Troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
But the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greeks.
Come on in and join us.
Affected by the Africans.
Join the conversation, family. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman,
Like and subscribe. Build up the fam.
Critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her.
The warrior learned the way of values.
With African features on the Greek vases.
Transforming young ladies by teaching cultural values. Culture cures.
The woman who married Perseus, the Greek hero, is...
Learn more at Lady Warriors, RP.com. Man, I remember the guard. Lord.
Peace, family. Yo,
What if I'm gonna have guard this year?
right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now
Get that free e-course.
our first free e-course. Come and learn about your journey, discover some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. And make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about your journey. And let's build together.
Gargani. Mom Skin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bomb Skin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're gonna go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedan, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Gin is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, or my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, drink.
Then drink.
Forgot where I was. Now grab your glass with some water. Lift the picture of that water.
Get that picture of that water.
Simply pour some water. Ha ha.
Drink,
Drink, drink.
drink. Or should I say,
Lift, pour, then.
drink? Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move
Don't waste
your
it on my
body and
stuff.
drink some water. Bam.
Just move your body.
Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should I say,
Move, move, then drink.
move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and
Raise your glass.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors.
Just toast.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors.
Bam. Just raise your glass.
Drink, drink, drink. Drink or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors.
Breathe, lift, move, toast. What's up?
The four pillars.
What's up, Auntie? I thought your birthday was last week. Your birthday was yesterday? Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour. Move your body. Wait, if your birthday was yesterday, Clee's birthday was yesterday. I gotta go and look. Oh, my fault. Let me drink up.
Drink that health in. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water.
I turn on.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Come on, come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water.
What's up, fam? What's up, fam? What's up, fam? What's up? Man, it is so good to see y'all. It's so good to be in the congregation of the mighty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, Vic, you're gonna have to wait till after I get done with my show. Hold on. Vicky, you have to wait till I get done with my show. You just popped everything. You got unplug it, please. Because right now I got too much stuff pulling on it. How long would you say this? Vicky, listen, I started my show. All right. So I have difficulties going on, technical difficulties. If the iron is not hot, you have to go somewhere else. All that is pulling on this. All right, family, here we go. Let's get it started, because already I'm just. All right. Ah, man, just. All right, family, let's go on and let's do this toast. And we're going to do a little toasting and talking. I'm going to open up the lines. As a matter of fact, let me go over and open up the lines right now. Make sure, oh my God. I hope you ain't knock off this. Oh, all right. Woo. All right. So, family, I had a power outage. And that's cool. We're going to work it out. I'm trying to make sure everything. Can y'all hear me out there? Is anybody out there? Shouts out to to my auntie Georgia. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Kwame say, make it a superlative. And happy sunrise as our Christian fam celebrates another Christ resurrection. Happy Easter to all those that celebrate Easter. Make sure you get together with your family. Regardless, family, this is one of those days where we are able to gather. And let's gather and build. What's this on my face? I don't usually be breaking out. I think my wife trying to kill me, family. But help. She said, y'all heard her. You heard her. Yeah. All right, family. But we about to do this toast. We're going to lift it up on this special day. On this great Imani, and we're gonna have some conversation because we got a little bit of news to go through. Let me open up the lines right now. But I ain't gonna open them up. I am going to open them up after we get done with the toast so that we can have some conversation for those that might be interested in doing some conversation. Family. It is time for us to gather, and I need to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gianni Journey Media. Anime. Well, oh my God, you tripping too? Oh, it's gonna be why me? Oh, they trying to kill me right here. I should have got a male phoenix. I should have got him. They told me to get a man. They told me to get a male phoenix. All right. Okay. All right. This is the Toast&Talk Imani, and it's a Heart of a Simba production. Thank you for being on point, Simba. Thank you for standing up for the man. Oh my God. Will we strive to blow up your old paradise? The explosion is always on. But family, get your mind right, because the war horn has been sounded. Oh man, we about to go on and have that conversation. We're about to have some good discussion today. Of course, we're going to lift up our ancestors first. If you have not been checking out some of the shorts, I got some. I was trying to upload some of my shorts to Instagram, but Instagram won't take the type of video, at least in the way that I want to upload it. It won't take it. So I got to do everything through my phone. So it's going to be a while before I get down to that. Just like, man, oh man, it's crazy. But it is what it is, family. That's all I can say. It is what it is. Oh man, I didn't send that out. Let me send this out real quick. All right. So the family out there that is part of that have looked at our course, they're able to look at the course, you know what I'm saying, and they got their emails. So let's go and do this toast. All right. We're gonna do the toast. Then we're gonna get into the news. We're gonna have some discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because yesterday we discussed Lil Nas X a little bit and the trolling and stuff that's going on. Brilliant trolling. And we got some other stuff we need to talk about today. Because some other stuff in the news. Nothing about reparations. But there's plenty of talk about this Um, based income. What is it called? OBI or something like that. No, UBI, Universal Basic Income. But I'm hearing it referred to in different terms as well. So there is that piece that's up. It's been a few good short videos. These young people, man, with these videos, they are doing some amazing work. Amazing work. Also, you know, if you're looking for something good to watch and you have Amazon Prime, go and check out that Invincible. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I watched a little bit of that I was trying to watch it with Mosh, but you know, it got a little bit too intense and she got bored and didn't want to watch it with the old man. So that was cool. But we're gonna go on and we're gonna do our toast. I am feeling I'm feeling rested today. As you can see, I had the opportunity to go to the barbershop. Shouts out to Brother Saul over there at Ngozzi's. And let's just do this toast. Let's do the toast. Oh, the whole TV cut off on me too. You know, I got all this stuff pulling off of one power source. All the lights, the computers, everything. And I'm sitting up here like I was just hoping that, and I had to go get me a power box specifically so that I could complete my downloads, right? And now it's not connecting with the internet to complete the downloads. And I got 50,000 cached files. And I'm only at 2,904. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? It's going to take forever to download that 600 gigs. All right, but anyway, so let's go and let's do this toast and let's get into our conversation. So here we go. First off, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator. And what do we say? We give up the power word of power here at Giamma and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Anime. Thank you. Lift it up. Oh, you on time. I can dig it. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors. And man, oh man, I'm gonna try to get into the mode so I can do it. But for those that are new to the fam and you want to add ancestors to the list, by all means do so. You know, you can post them up in the chat box, or you can inbox us on our Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? Like the Facebook page, and then your inboxes on or make a comment. You could do a comment in a YouTube or on a Twitch, and we will get your ancestors on the list. All right? So we lift up our glass to our ancestors, and here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard. Hold on, I messed up somewhere. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Mont, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Hayes, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Puller and Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Miss Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Frost, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Dolores Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Augusto Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Seth Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther, Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spells, Slimmy, Severn Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hitter Pearson, Surgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hanley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland of the Caleb Bros, Mary Martinera, Dan Amatel Wellman, Fred Douglas Strait II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Monez, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Anna Bostic, and the Bostic Winifred Scanterberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Kennedy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Jesse. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., M.L. McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Torre, Greg G2 Gibson, Donald Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead. Archie and Margaret Armstead. Oh, Archie and Margaret Armstead. Archie and Margaret Armstead. Hold on. I'm trying to find where I'm at. Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beckman, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housley Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Nags Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla Albers, Molly Geraldine, Elizabeth Douglas Thompson, Urchin, Houston, Lud, Alls, Elijah All, Jerome Alls, here West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Aaron Pierce, Donald Carly, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas News Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Marco Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lil Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Alfred, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Benny Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Family, we move into the Black Book. We have Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Zion Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damon Todd, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Kundum, I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Rob Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Samples, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lump, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Deshandra Lynette Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Cream Mackey. We got Victor Bowden, Priscilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T.L.R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Damon, Ethel Marshall. We got Steve Dougie Shelton. We got William Bill Walker, Carl Riegel Johnson, Kim Gray. We got Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Gisela Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Letters Sr., Gladys Corporal, Ozell Letters Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don. We got Saber Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Mentor, Mary Smith, Juanette Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Lavonna Kincaid, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Bueller, Papa Al Reesa, Nanette Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gale, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Vaughn Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Herman Reeves, Pam Johnson, Brian Reeves Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Albert, Donna Brooks, Barbara Moses, out of Spate, Ira Branson, Eric Winston, Darren Bridges, Francisco Matisse, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keat, Nina Shepard, Brett L. Willen, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilfork, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Callie Williams, Babu Scales, Pat Williams, Miss Bertha Walker. We got Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, and Hassan Abdul Razak, right? Shouts out. We lift up our glass, man. Once again, family, we salute our ancestors. Like I said, matter of fact, we're gonna raise up Hassan 2 more times. So I'm gonna say his name, Hassan Abdul Razak, Hassan Abdul Razak. We're gonna get it together, right? Because I didn't know the brother passed, right? Very kind-hearted brother. And every time I seen him, he spoke. We had nice conversations. If I remember right, the brother played the saxophone as well. And during these COVID times, we shut in. So a lot of times things happen and we don't know. But we're going to lift up our ancestors as we do on a daily basis here at Giammi Journey. And we raise them up. And we say, one loud, resounding, Ashe. Thank you, Anime. From there, family, we move to the present moment. Right now, we are in the only moment, the only time we ever gonna deal with, and that is the now. You never deal with the past unless you remembering it. You don't never deal directly with it. You know what I'm saying? You kind of get in there and you feel it just a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? You deal with it. You learn from it. You are not dealing with the future because you're always in the now. This is our time, family, and this is where we need to really be building ourselves up. This is where we actually make change. This is what separates us, in a sense, from the rest of the universe. We are conscious of the now. And the question that we constantly ask Giammi Journey, what are you doing with your moment? This is your moment. What are you doing? What contributions are you making to your life and to your tribe's life, and well, to your family life and to your tribe life and to your nation's life? What contributions are you making? Are you building? Shouts out to G&J Hutch. I see you out there, my friend. Actually, my brother. So, family, for those that don't know, right now we are standing on Imani. We are in the moment of Imani. We want to give all of the Imani babies a round of applause. Speaking of Imani babies, yesterday was Brother Cleve's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Young Cleve's birthday, and he's an Imani baby. So family, on Imani, and I know a lot of y'all like, what is he talking about? Imani. Check out the free e-course so that you can go and get educated on what we're talking about here at Gianni Journey, and you can start using these tools to improve your life, to build your life, to become stronger and become a better person in the moment so that you can conquer the moment and pass it on to your children. Pass it on to your nieces and nephews. Pass it on to the future generations. That's what we're tasked with here. You know, we're not being tasked with going to the strip clubs. We're not being, with the mask on, and some of y'all just mean, go to the strip club and throw quarters at the strippers. Y'all ain't, you mean. You just mean. Throwing quarters why? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Sitting around, wasting time. And it ain't yours to waste. It belongs to the future generations in all seriousness. So right now we are on Imani. For those on a daily basis, I ask for everyone that's within hearing distance to seek out the principle of the day, and the principle of the day is Imani. Well, also Imani travels in a pack, right? Imani has a crew. Imani has a tribe, right? And in Imani's tribe, there are other principles. For those that don't speak the language, Imani means faith. Harmony is the modic principle of the day. Trust is the what we teach in the M7, which is a principle system we developed for the young people, to move them in. We got the color red, as you can see by the hoodie. I got on the red hoodie. I'm representing the colors, right? Gender is the Hermetic law. The male name for the day is Kwesi. Female name is Akusua. So shouts out to all of those. Once again, giving Imani Born a round of applause. All right. I hope y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear the applause and the other sound effects? Anyway, so we lift up our glass at the present moment to the power in this moment, and we say, Ashe. From the present, we move into the future, family. We lift up our glass and we salute our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children onto infinity. Right? We will always be here as long as we handle our business in the moment. And we teach our children to handle the business in the moment. Right? And family, please take this time to come together as family. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get a lot of free time off. Take this time, come together with your family. Lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations and we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, we do that special libations or that special toast where we lift up our glass and we salute all those within our families and our tribes that might be in need of some healing, might be in need of some type of energy to come out their way. So we lifting up our glass to all of those that are directly connected to us or connected to us through whoever needs it, right? If you on here and you tribe or whatever, boom, we send it out and we say, Ashe. Come on, Anime, get on your job. Thank you, baby. All right, from there, we move to that selfish toast, family. This is for you. And the question I ask is, what is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness? Right? We're raising our glass. Come on now. Say it out loud. You got, send it out into the universe. Ashe. From there, family, we move from the selfish toast to our tribal toast, lifting up our tribe. Lift up your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Say your tribe's name out loud. My tribe is Gianni. I'm lifting up. I'm toasting my accountability group. I'm toasting my mastermind group. I'm toasting my checking group. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us need people around us that can check us. Right? Lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Anime. In advance. Because you slow. You just, I don't know what. She on one today, family. My Phoenix on one today. So we're going to lift up our glass and we salute. And last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, most uplifting, most inspiring individual in the room. I'm lifting my glass up and I toast you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I tried to hit that high note. Still working on my album. All right. It's time for us to get to the news. Let's do it. We're going to get to that news. Where we at? We're going to get to that. There we go. But before we get to that news, yes, Lord. Before we get to that news, there we go. I'm going to take y'all over here so y'all can check out, because I keep on talking about the G&J Media free 7-day e-course. You go to freegnjecourse.com. Day one, we're talking about unleashing the power of Nguzo Saba, learn how to use the Nguzo Saba in a proper fashion to help build up your life. Day two, understanding how to use folk tales, myths, and legends. You know what I'm saying? Very important. Very important. That's how our ancestors pass on information to us, through that. And through day three, wisdom mining, which is tribal quotes, or sending us information through Proverbs. Day four, pouring the power of libations and why you need to go and incorporate it into your life and why we do the daily toast. Day five, pulling it all together. We talk about the Warrior's Handbook, you know what I'm saying? Because in the Warrior's Handbook, we got all of it in there. Boom, there you go, right there. That Warrior Handbook right there. Ooh, yeah. It's available on G&J.media. But you get an intro on here. Day six, we talk about the power of meditation. And day seven, we talk about the 224 self-help process, as well as the 21-day Nguzo Saba challenge. 224 self-help process is about you taking 2 hours a day and dedicating it to you and to the liberation of your people. Just 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Start with 2 minutes. Then you move it up to 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? A day. Because after you become able to do it 2 hours a day, your life gonna start opening up. And opportunities are going to start popping out so that you will be able to actually focus and do some serious work on yourself, as well as building your community, your tribe, as well as your family. All right. And all you got to do is go in there, click it, boom. You're going to get emails for 7 days straight with videos connected to them. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know about Giami Journey. And in that process, boom. You get better and we get better. So let me go open up these lines. I'm going to open up the lines. Call in number is 614-556-4535. I'm going to post it up in the chat. It is 614-556-4535. By all means, feel free to call in. We can have some conversation, or we can just go through the news, which we about to start right now. All right, you see I've been already on here, Giami Journey. The number, the numbers is falling. They say during the last, we only reached 890 people, but that's, way better than where we were at one point in time. But we're going to get those numbers up, family, trust me. I spelled tonight wrong, but look up tonight how to watch this month's pink super moon. So it's going to be out there tonight. The super moon, family, is going to be out there tonight. Go out there and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Look up in the sky every now and then. I also put my order in for my honey. So, if I'm correct, at $4, I got about 20 pounds of honey coming. About 20 pounds of honey. Me and Cleve going to go on and brew up some more ambrosia. So we got some young, I ain't gonna say fresh, we got some young ambrosia, because it's old ambrosia. If you're not ready for it, you will be calling on Jesus. Yes, you will. Anyway, but go on, check it out. You're gonna read on how to see the pink moon. I'm gonna just give you some simple instructions. You ready? Get your note. You got your notepad? This is how you find the pink super moon. First, you walk outside. Then you look up. Got it? Okay. All right. All right. Didn't need no damn article for that. You know what I'm saying? That was, once again, step one. Walk outside. All right, cool. All right, maybe some, let me take it back for some of y'all. You put on some shoes, possibly. You know what I'm saying? It might be, make sure you got on some clothes. Then you open up the door. You got to open it. Don't try to walk through the door without opening it. And if you got a screen door, you need to unlock it and open that too. You walk outside. You walk outside and you look up. Now, if you look up and you don't see it right away, look around. Okay? Simple. Anybody want to call in? Anybody got any suggestions on how to see this super moon? Because it's going to be big as hell. It's supposed to be big and pink, and you can't miss it. All right, Kwame say he do that all the time. He don't see nothing. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that one, Kwame. If you followed the instructions, something should pop up. Maybe, I don't know. It's maybe some other issues, But anyway, 2021 in the news. 2021 slated to be a bad year for ticks in Ohio. God damn. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm upset because I'm going to the woods. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to set up a training for the young people to, so that we can start learning how to check each other for ticks. You know what I'm saying? There will be no shorts when you come out there with us. Leave all your shorts at home. Have your socks. I'm thinking about going to the military store and getting the military ankle ties. You know what I'm saying? So that, make it even harder for the ticks to crawl up on you. You know what I'm saying? Because we going out. We going out this year. Royalty said that in his plans this year, he's thinking about us making a major investment in single tents. Okay. I'm getting me a tent I'm getting a tent for the back of my van. I'm gonna have me an apartment out there. I'm gonna have me a whole apartment. Right? But anyway, but yeah, to combat COVID, we're gonna be moving to single person tents or family tents. You know what I'm saying? If you're the same family, I'm quite sure you getting tents. But also, we're gonna have single tents out there. So people gonna have to learn how to put those single tents up, which is going to be a challenge. And we thrive on challenges and we grow. But we're going out. And family, for those that because I know I'm gonna be getting emails about people like, I need somebody to work with my child, blah, blah, blah. And that's beautiful. But let me say this to you. Family, when we go out to the woods, we go out as families. Right? So the challenge is to get people to understand that there is absolutely nothing wrong with your child. I know some of y'all like, you out your mind. There's absolutely nothing wrong with your child. Your child is just reflecting what's going on around them. So in order to really heal the child, the family has to be healed. And that's part of the reason we go out there, because, this gives you time and gives space and gives a little bit of freedom, gives a little bit of structure. But we get to go and create a village for a few days. And it's like a vacation from all of this. And it gives us time to really reflect and get to understand what's valuable. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our children have never seen true nighttime. I want y'all to think about that. A lot of our young people have never saw true nighttime, where you can actually look up and see more than super bright stars, because that's what you get in the city. You only get to see super bright stars, so you think that everything is man-made. You need to go out there where you can see actual stars, and you can see little eyeballs walking towards your table if you ain't cleaned it up right. You know what I'm saying? Get exposed to nature for real. You know, because we always got to have security out there. You know, for them raccoons, them coons don't be playing out in them damn woods. Go and leave something out. You know, go sneak some candy into your tent if you want to. I be trying to tell them, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because them raccoons do not play, and they get aggressive. Anyway, ACLU long stays in Franklin County Jail before case is resolved can make conviction more likely. Let's go and look at this. We did this from the Columbus Dispatch. We have ourselves an account with them. Look at that. Hi, Tim. It should be hi, Gianni, but you know, when I be signing up for stuff, I get excited. I be like, ooh, it's working. My card worked. I don't know if anybody else out there have experienced that. Be like, my card worked. Let me sign up. I'll be in a hurry. Let me sign up for something happens. The longer a person sits in the Franklin County Jail while awaiting the outcome of his or her misdemeanor case, the worse the outcome is likely to be. And guess who gets to sit in the cells for the longest amount of time? Poor folks, and of course, black folk. All right? At least that was true for those held in pretrial detentions at the jail for the first 6 months of 2018. According to a recent study issued by American Civil Liberties Union of Ohio, those who spent 2 weeks or more in Franklin County Jail while their misdemeanor cases were pending were 40% more likely to be convicted than those who were in jail for 3 days or fewer, the study reported. He said, get a desert eye view to have the most picturesque sight. Hey, now, one of the things we're working on, Kwame, is like part of one of the visions is like to actually do a train trip. Gianni, we take the tribe on a train trip and maybe be able to get out into some of these, like go to places like where a desert is and actually, you know what I'm saying, camp for a night so that we can really, man. Family, when I was in Ghana, hell, Ghana is part of the agenda too. When I was in Ghana and I was standing by the ocean and I looked up and I saw all the shit that I was missing because of all of the damn lights, all the damn time, I almost started crying. I was like, this shit is beautiful. It is a sea of stars out there. And most of our young people and most of our adults nowadays don't get to see it. Right? A powerful, life-changing experience. All right, let's keep it going. Those who spend 2 weeks or more in Franklin County Jail, okay, despite the small sample size, the author of the report said that the finding is consistent with what the study found across Ohio and what similar research has established across the country. So, of course, the longer that you're in jail, the bigger chance you have of staying in jail. You don't have money to get out. Anything could happen when you're in there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody take your food. You stand up for yourself. Hold on. Like all studies before, the research found that the pre-trial detention, whether in a felony or misdemeanor case, increased the likelihood of poor outcomes and longer sentences for defendants, said Claire Chevrier, who wrote the report as policy counsel for the ACLU. And one thing I forgot, let me give credit, John Fuddy from the Columbus Dispatch. Let's go down.
but it could reinforce arguments by those who support bail reform, since it suggests that those who can't afford their bail are at a disadvantage when their cases are resolved. Right? So we do need some type of bail reform. We need some type of bail reform because we got plenty of people taking up resources that could be used for real violent criminals. People who actually belong. But we got prison systems filled and county jails filled with individuals who can't get out because they don't have money. And this is a serious conversation that we got to have as a society. Justice costs. Justice is part of the capitalistic system. It's in order to get justice, you need to be totally involved and immersed in the capitalist system, which means that you have to have some damn money to receive justice. And after all this time, I thought justice was blind. You know what I'm saying? She can see that credit card. She can see that credit score. She can see your bank account. She ain't blind. You know what I'm saying? I was about to go and say something. This is in the Washington Post. He said he spent $15,000 on a Disney World trip. He refused to have a temperature check and got arrested. And all I can say is, well, damn. If you want to be entertained and laugh at some foolishness, go on and read this one, right? He paid $15,000. $15,000. I don't know, maybe he took his family. He got to the gates of Disney World. They want to take his temperature or wherever they want to take his temperature. He refused to get his temperature took. Look at this. Look at this nigga here. Look. Now he in jail. Foolishness. All right, let's go. Facebook data on more than 500 million accounts found online. Hold on. Because a lot of y'all watching me through Facebook. And I know, they probably, y'all turning it off. But I want y'all to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Because a lot of us use Facebook. This is from AP, the AP News. Yesterday, I'm already signed up for AP News. Come on, man. Well, maybe I need to go. I don't see an author on here. All right, cool. Let's go and check it out. New York AP News. Details from more than 500 million Facebook users have been found available on a website for hackers. The information appears to be several years old, but it is another example of the vast amount of information collected by Facebook and other social media sites and the limits to how secure that information is. The availability of the data set was first reported by Business Insider. I might have to go and get me a Business Insider. Be having some good ass accounts. I think Gianni might need to go and get us a subscription to Business Insider. According to that publication, it has information from 106 countries, including phone numbers, Facebook IDs, full names, location, birth dates, and email addresses. Facebook has been grappling with data security issues for years. In 2018, the social media giant disabled a feature that allowed users to search for one another via phone numbers following revelations that the political firm Cambridge Analytica had access information of up to 87 million Facebook users without their knowledge or consent. Damn. In December 2019, a Ukrainian security research reported finding a database with the names, phone numbers, and unique user IDs of more than 267 million Facebook users, nearly all U.S.-based, on the open internet. It is unclear if the current data dump is related to this database. This is old data that was previously reported in 2019. The Menlo Park, California-based company said in a statement, "We found and fixed the issue in August of 2019. Well, thank you, Facebook. All that goddamn money and all that tax-free shit that you got, right? I'm thinking that you could at least secure the data. Secure the data. Anyway, On to the next one. Let's go on to the next one. Parental burnout in the U.S. is among the highest in the world, and we may know why. Are y'all ready for this? You ready for this? Here we go. Wait, I need a sound effect. I just want to read a little bit of this. Is sciencealert.com. Sciencealert.com. This is by Peter Dockrell. Nobody ever said parenting was easy. But depending on the circumstances, some people can find it much harder than others. In recent years, researchers have begun to recognize parental burnout. What in the hell is that? Is there any comments? Any parental burnout. What is that shit? Has anybody ever heard? We just come up with new shit every year. I'm just waiting for the first motherfucker walk up to me to be like, I got parent burnt out. Shut the fuck you what? What is that? Parental burnout. Okay. Oh, you have not, until you have had a house full of Giammi boys, you do not get to talk to me about burnout. I didn't even get burnt out doing that shit. Well, I mean, I kind of, but yeah. Giammi boys was rough. Not Giammi tribe, Giammi boy was rough. I'd sleep like this. But anyway, in recent years, researchers have begun to recognize parental burnout, a condition in which exhausted parents become overwhelmed by their role as primary carers, potentially leading to emotional distance from their children, parental ineffectiveness and neglect, and worse in some cases. Parental burnout. Some new shit that they're going to diagnose you with and come up with a drug just for it. Parental burnout. Anybody experience this? Hold on. Kwame says, these young kids these days will make up anything for anything. But where does the phenomenon come from? I want y'all to listen to this. To examine whether cultural factors might contribute to parental burnout. Now, pay attention. Cultural factors. We're going to look at some of these cultural factors, but hold on. Let me see. Somebody said something else here. I came across this phenomenon almost a decade ago, but it wasn't labeled at that time. Heard sisters talking about, but there were sisters trying to handle their business with little help. Now, I want to be clear. Are you talking about postpartum? I just want to be clear. Are you talking about postpartum, or are you talking about what they're talking about here? Parental burnout. Now, and I'm going to say something for a lot of this stuff. I'm going to shut up. Cause this is my personal, the viewpoint I'm about to give. Is not necessarily the viewpoint of Giammi Journey. This is specifically Brother Hatem. One of the things I noticed is that some issues, not all, but some issues are not an issue until they receive a definition. Some issues are not an issue until they are labeled. So, or better yet, until somebody come up with a label for it, and then all of a sudden, and I know y'all say it, of course, but what I'm saying is that the issue don't exist in certain communities until they try. For example, one of my major beefs with European or West Asian society is that they believe that their shit is universal. And because it's universal,
everybody has to kowtow to the definitions of life and their views of the world. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of shit that they say they get, and they've been dealing with for a long time, they just consider that this shit is universal, and since they got it, because they're the superior people, everybody else should be suffering from that shit. Okay, so you're not talking about postpartum. Okay. But where does this phenomenon come from? To examine whether cultural factors might contribute to parental burnout, a team led by researchers from UC Louvain in Belgium surveyed over 17,000 parents living in 42 countries, with data being collected between 2018 and March 2020 in the relatively normal parenting conditions before COVID-19 lockdowns commenced around the world. In addition to collecting information about social demographic characteristics, the participants were asked numerous questions about their family dynamic. Now listen, bro, that's how people get their dissertations recognized, come up with new terms or labels to make their stuff go viral. There you go. The parents were also assessed for parental burnout by a questionnaire measuring emotional exhaustion, emotional distancing from their children, loss of pleasure in being a parent, and contrast with their previous parental self. Ergo, I tell myself I'm no longer the parent I used to be. Well, you should never be the parent you used to be. You should always be growing and improving or some, you go through phases, cycles, right? Systematic. It's a system sometimes, but anyway. Well, actually, it's more cyclical. What would you call that, Kwame? But anyway, the results show that the prevalence of parental burnout varies greatly from one country to another. Now listen, but when researchers compared the burnout rates to a set of independent measures of cultural values and traits across countries, they found an interesting link. Anybody out there want to guess on the link? Come on now. Come on, Kwame. Guess on that link, Kwame. Somebody else out there, guess on the link. Interesting. Here we go. Individualistic cultures, in particular, displayed a noticeably higher prevalence and mean level of parental burnout. Me and my culture. It's all about me. Nuclear family, huh? All about them, Hey, all about my career. Put the elders and the old folks on. Individualistic cultures. Researchers led by first author and development psychologist Isabel Roscoe's Wright in their study. Indeed, individualism plays a large role in parental burnout than either economic inequalities across countries or any other individual and family characteristic examined so far, including the number of and age of children and the number of hours spent with them. Specifically, this trend meant Western or Euro-American countries, which tend to rank high for individualism, also reflected high levels of parental burnout. I'm going to stop reading right there. I needs no more information. Wouldn't have phased it as such, but those of Western Asiatic influence. Thank you, Brother Kwame. Western Asiatic influence. You're getting the burnout. You're getting the burnout. When it's just you ain't got no tribe. You know what I'm saying? The family ain't, hey, it's just us. Here go one for Kwame, the golden ratio. I put this up here for Kwame. They got an article about the golden ratio, Brother Kwame. Calm down. We're going to go through it. What is the golden ratio? The golden ratio is a mathematical ratio commonly found within nature. is an equation that allows for organic compositions that are aesthetically pleasing to the human eye. It is also known as the golden mean, the golden section, and the divine proportion. Hold on to your butts. We're about to talk about some math. It is in its most simple form, the golden ratio can be found whenever a line is divided into two sections, where the longer sections divided by the smaller section is equal to the sum of both sections divided by the first section. I have no idea what just was said there, but it sounds profound. The result of this calculation returns a value of 1.618, or I don't know what that, phi, the Greek letter for phi. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but how is doing math going to make my design look better? I am glad you asked. It turns out, hold on, before we go any further, let's give credit where this is Storm Cloud Marketing. This article is by Shane Ross. Just want to make sure. All right, where were we at? Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, who discovered this magical number? Look, I knew he was gonna do. Look, Kwame. He over there having a good time. It is the answer to what is x if x times 2 plus x plus 1. Y'all see what I deal with here? Do y'all see what I deal with here? I guess he thought he honestly thought that he was simplifying the so x times 2 plus x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, thank you, Kwame, for clearing that up. I appreciate it. All right. According to the Encyclopedia Encyclopedia Britannica, the golden ratio dates all the way back to the 5th century BC. All the way back to the 5th century BC. Where some of the greatest mathematical minds of ancient Greece just tickles my belly, including Pythagoras and Euclid, first discovered this phenomenon due to its frequent appearance in geometry. Where did they learn geometry? Pythagoras. What? Pythagoras was one of the, if I'm correct, Pythagoras spent a very long time in Kemet. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I think Pythagoras spent a long time with black folks in Kemet. That's me. Euclid, I don't know that much about. First discovered this phenomenon due to its frequent appearance in geometry. It has since been studied by Fibonacci, Leonardo da Vinci, Leonard Euler, Martin Ohm, and continues to bring joy to the minds of mathematicians and physicists to this very day. I can see a mathematician walking up to her and be like, girl, I see the golden mean all over you. I want to solve that equation. All right. The principle of this equation can be found in such wonders as the pyramids. So, hold on. Now, this author just contradicted himself. The principle of this equation can be found in such wonders as the pyramids of Giza. But he says 5th century BC. So if the equation can be found in the pyramids of Giza, and that was that's the most popular pyramids over there. They were using the golden mean to build the pyramids. So now this is how This is how the Westmindian mind works. And this is how a superior individual that feels that they are superior over you works. They practice, they have to blank out reality, even when it's coming out their own damn mouths. Right? He attributes the golden mean to ancient Greece. And he says around the 5th century BC. But then in the very next sentence, I think they call it cognizant dissonance. The principal equation can be found in the wonders of the pyramids of Giza and the Parthenon in Greece. And when you compare what was going on in Greece to the structures in Kemet, it's almost like comparing your daughter's toy house to the actual house that you live in. And that might not be an exaggeration, family. But somebody joined us on the line. I'm quite sure this is the mathematician himself, the one, the only, the Black Yoda. Let's give him a round of applause.
Give thanks. So you said that, this goes back way back, but who really brought it to the forefront for Europeans was the dude Leonardo da Pisa, or Fibonacci, and he studied in northern Africa. When you start tracing it back to, just to make it simple, so you wanted to know what exactly they were talking about. If you have a line, let's just imagine a line or a rope, and you have that rope or line sitting in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
The golden ratio is a point on that line such that the longer, so where the point is, you'll have a longer part of the line,
mm-hmm.
and then you'll have a shorter part of the line,
right.
And that point will be between, the two end points. Well, the length of the whole line to the longer part of the line is equal to the length of the longer part of the line to the shorter part of the line. That is set up that becomes a ratio. So if you imagine the whole line being what's called, you'll just label that 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be our unit. And the longer part of the line, we don't really know what it is, but we're trying to figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just put this point there, and we're trying to figure out, what's this perfect ratio? So we call the longer part of the line, the length of that line, we refer to it as x. So now we set up a ratio, 1 over x. Now we're going to set up another ratio. And we want 1 over x to be equal to the next ratio we set up. So the longer part of that line, remember we call that x. And we want to compare that with the shorter part of the line. Well, if you understand that the whole line's length is 1 and the longer part of the line is x, then the shorter part of the line has to be labeled 1 minus x. So now you have another ratio, x over 1 minus x. And now the proportion is 1 over x is equal to x over 1 minus x. And then when you use cross multiplication in order to set two fractions as such equal to each other, you'll come up with an equation, which is basically what you got. What do I say? 1 over x. So you got x minus 1 is equal to x squared. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, so in essence, it becomes x squared minus x squared plus 1 equals 0.
Oh, the carrot top means squared. The carrot top means squared.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you said x squared
x
plus
squared
you said
minus
x minus x.
Yeah.
Plus
x
1.
Squared minus x plus 1 equals 0. And there's a, method you use, whether you use the quadratic formula or whatever, you can solve for x, and that turns out to be the square root of 5. Well, let me state it differently. It comes out to be 1 plus or minus the square root of 5, all of that divided by 2. So if you stuck that number into wherever x is in that x squared minus x plus 1, you'll find that it equals 0. And that turns out to be the golden ratio. And so again, the definition that you were using was comparing a rectangle to a square. But to simplify that, I just used a line because a line is easier to follow for some people rather than trying to go into 2 dimensions. But
Bruh,
that's the gist of it.
yeah, but you by no means did you just simplify that shit. I am sorry. Maybe I'm hands on. I'm trying to see it in my head, but anyway. But we gonna give you a round of applause because you did a hell of a job, and you taught an important lesson. You went back and you looked at something that you did. And you said, "I messed up," brushed it off, and kept it moving. People, we got to learn how to make mistakes. And he went to the quadratic equation, and I know, but let's go and finish reading. But hold on. Principle of the equation can be found in such wonders as the Pyramid of Giza and the Parthenon in Greece, the immortal paintings of Michelangelo and Da Vinci, and even the modern design of well-known companies such as Pepsi and Apple. How does it work? Let me see. I want to see how long this is because we ain't going to read this whole damn thing. All right. Let's see. How does it work? In our modern world, you can find the influence of this number almost everywhere you look. Websites you visit, the apps on your phone, photographs, the architecture of building, the logos of your favorite brands, and even the music you listen to and movies you watch on Netflix. There are 2 other concepts that are related to the golden ratio, the golden rectangle and the golden spiral. To create a golden rectangle, you simply take a perfect square, copy it, and divide or multiply its width and height by 1.68. When you place the new square next to the original and continue the process enough times to fill a rectangle shape, that you end up with is a rectangle whose proportions are considered to be the most pleasing and balanced.
That's the most effed up way of.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I mean, I understand where he's going, but that's a more difficult way of trying to explain it. But anyway.
All right, cool. Let me ask a question. So, I mean, does this have anything to do with the Fibonacci sequence?
Yeah, the dude that I refer to as Leonardo da Pisa, the one who studied in northern Africa, he also went by Fibonacci, and that's where the Fibonacci, that's his sequence. If you start off with 0 and 1, so really you can do this with any 2 numbers, and the next number you get by adding the 2 previous numbers. So if I start off with 0, 1 like Fibonacci did, then the next number I get is 1.
Right.
And then the next one I get is 1 plus 1, which is 2. The next one I get is 1 plus 2, which is 3. The next one, 2 plus 3, which is 5. And you keep adding the 2 previous numbers to get the next one. And what it is that really after you go almost like maybe 11 or 12 numbers out from where you started and start comparing the ratio of the last number to the previous number, or the last sum to the previous sum of numbers, you'll find that it gets closer and closer to 1.6181, etc.
Mm-hmm. So believe it or not, they got pictures of Trump's hair on here showing the golden mean, which I guess meant that his hairstyle was pleasing to the American public. They got another white boy's hair with the golden mean. I'm done. We off of that one. But y'all can go and y'all can check that out for yourself. It's good for advertising. It's pleasing to the eye. The Great Pumpkin's still at it. Trump calls for a boycott of more companies over Georgia voting law. So while people are telling companies that they need to pull out of Georgia and stuff like that, Trump is saying that his people need to boycott those companies that are giving in to that pressure. Go ahead, Great Pumpkin. He's still on his shit. I love it. Let's see what's going on inside the Great African Land Rush. There's an African land rush in Africa. Over the last 20 years, upwards of 35 million hectares of land in Africa has been snatched up by outsiders, basically. Y'all gonna read that article for yourself. So we're gonna look at a couple of TikToks and then we're gonna call it a day, because I gotta go set up this trampoline for my babies outside and, make sure that the insurance is paid up.
By the way, I didn't get a chance to holler at Cleve yesterday, but
he already know.
I gave him a shout out on Facebook.
He don't even. I mean, that face. He had that. He don't even check that. He don't even check that Facebook account, dog. I'll let him know.
Oh well, good then. But I'll send him a holler in our, in our chat.
All right, so this is a interesting TikTok that I found. This is a dude called Gavin on TikTok, and he put up a guy by the name of Blind Boy talking about, if I'm correct, advertising. But check it out. Y'all gonna listen in real quick.
The reason I think in our society, in Western society in general, that we're not given these tools.
First off, Kwame can't see, so I want him to know what this Blind Boy is hiding his face using like a Kroger bag, and it's not a Kroger bag. It's more like a sandwich. I don't know, but it looked crazy. But listen to what he say.
Is because we can't be advertised to if we are completely mentally healthy. Because if you think of, I don't know, any brand, right? If you think of a bar of soap, right? When was the last time you saw an ad for a bar of soap and they're actually telling you how clean it will get you? They don't tell you.
Yeah, you got to get off the phone and get you, because on the phone it won't transfer the stuff back over to the phone. I haven't figured that piece out yet.
Okay, I hear him.
Okay.
How clean it'll get you. What they'll do is they'll show you photographs of beautiful people. Yeah. So when you buy this soap, they're trying to.
Hold on. I gotta mute you because you causing feedback on the mic. Check. All right, here we go. Let's go back.
Sell you a better version of yourself. That only works in a population that is not emotionally aware. When someone becomes emotionally aware and aware of how they're feeling, then they start buying soap for how clean it gets them. They're not going to be sold this idealized version of themselves because they're grounded enough to know that soap isn't going to make me a better person. So capitalism itself relies upon populations that aren't too self-aware. So I wonder, that's conspiracy theory stuff now. That's just me smoking too many joints. The reason I think in our society, in Western society in general, that we're not given these tools is because...
Do it again.
We can't be advertised to if we are completely mentally healthy. Because if you think of, I don't know, any brand, right? If you think of a bar of soap, right? When was the last time you saw an ad for a bar of soap and they're actually telling you how clean it will get you? They don't tell you how clean it will get you. What they'll do is they'll show you photographs of beautiful people. Yeah. So when you buy this soap, they're trying to sell you a better version of yourself. That only works in a population that is not emotionally aware. When someone becomes emotionally aware and aware of how they're feeling, then they start buying soap for how clean it gets them.
So the thought, damn, I still hear you, but hopefully they can't hear you out there. But the issue, I mean, I want y'all to think about what he's saying. The advertising doesn't advertise and let you know what a product does. It advertises towards your mental illness. It works possibly because you're not self-aware. What y'all think about that? All right, let's move to the next one. Just some quick thoughts. Here's another one. This is the advantage of extremism. Check it out. Listen in. James B52. I'll be grabbing random folks. Yes, I do.
Biggest advantage of extremism is that it makes you feel good because it provides you with enemies. Let me explain. The great thing about having enemies is that you can pretend that all the badness in the whole world is in your enemies and all the goodness in the whole world is in you. Attractive, isn't it? So, if you have a lot of anger and resentment in you anyway, and you therefore enjoy abusing people, then you can pretend that you're only doing it because these enemies of yours are such very bad persons. And that if it wasn't for them, you'd actually be good-natured and courteous and rational all the time. So, if you want to feel good, become an extremist. You can be as nasty as you like, and yet feel your behaviors morally justified. So, you can strut around abusing people and telling them you could eat them for breakfast, and still think of yourself as a champion of the truth, a fighter for the greater good, and not the rather sad paranoid schizoid that you really are. Biggest advantage of extremism is that...
So, talking about the advantage of extremism. I want y'all to think about that. I mean, like I said, man, it'd be some good stuff that they be doing within that 1 minute of video on TikTok. That is the blessing of being blind, not stimulated by visuals. Wow. Go ahead, Kwame. Let's see. Now check this one out. Scotty the Medium. Now, there's a good question here.
I just figured out that y'all can see shit when you picture it in your head. Are you kidding me?
I came across this video and thought it was awesome. Watch the whole thing if you have a chance. So I thought that everybody in life could do this. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. I thought that everybody could see pictures in their head or movies. So basically, like, if you tell me a story, when I listen to you, my brain turns it into like moving pictures. It's just how I thought everybody did things. Turns out, not everybody does this. My best friend, he's an electrical engineer. He's very ones and zeros. He doesn't do this. And he told me point blank, I don't have anything going on like that inside my head. So when I explained to him what I saw, thought it was fascinating. So now he knows that when he tells me a story, and I kind of get that like far off zoned out look, my imagination is going crazy and I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Does it happen to you?
Now, question. How many of y'all because is this true? I mean, because I just assumed everybody else was seeing, but then that's our blind spot, because we assume everybody else is like us. So all this time, I'm thinking I see stories and pictures, and you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker tell me a story, I'm all into it. I'm getting on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get people to repeat stuff so I could correct the picture in my head. Hold on, I'm seeing something else. Can you say that again for me, please? Oh, okay. You didn't say you had on a dress. You said the house was a mess. Okay. All right. I was trying to picture you. But all right, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that everybody didn't think. I didn't know everybody didn't think like that. But that's good information to know. All right, let's go on, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We got one more. Let's see. Let me see. We got maybe. We got 3 more, because I want y'all to definitely see. Well, let's go. Let's go to. I'm gonna do 2 more. We're gonna do Abraham Piper on TikTok, and we're gonna do Star Talk, and this is Eric DeGrice Tyson. So let's go and do this one first, because I want y'all to listen to this one, especially those of you in Giame that's supposed to be on the creative trail. You know what I'm saying? Because we are a media company, so y'all, we got to create. So listen in. Forget you too.
Never save a creative idea for later. As a creator, I should find that advice extremely suspect. How am I going to manage my content calendar if I post everything right now? But I read a quote by Annie Dillard 15 years ago that revolutionized how I think about creating and sharing. Actually, I'm not even sure I read it. I think a friend passed on a paraphrase and it still changed me. She says, one of the things I know about writing is this: spend it all right away, every time. Don't hoard what seems good for a later place in the book or for another book. Give it all. Give it now. Something more will arise for later. Something better. That last idea blew me away. None of your ideas are so good you can't have a better one tomorrow. You gotta make room for that. Postponing creative expression can come from a concern that you won't have in the future, something as compelling as you have in the present. But then that fear makes itself come true. You won't have anything compelling come to mind tomorrow if you're still clutching on to what you came up with today. Write, paint, design, macrame, TikTok, whatever. Get it out there. Make room for what's next. It'll be there. As Dillard says later, these things fill from behind, from beneath, like well water. Anyhow, I'm gonna go post this right now and see what I come up with tomorrow. See you then. Never save a creative idea for later.
Stop holding it, family. Get out there, create. Brother Kwame says, sometimes I think I have actually seen people I have never come across before I was blind. Vivid imagination. Is it vivid imagination, or are you really seeing them? But anyway, let's go on and let's just do it real quick. Here we go. So this is Neil deGrasse Tyson, and we will end on this one. This is a thought experiment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because, you know, homeboy, this is a good thought. All right, you ready? And it's called The Odds We Are Living in a Simulation Are Low, but Never Zero. Check it out. This is for those deep thinkers out there. Sit back, Kwame. Get ready. What you doing?
I used to think we were living in a simulation. Then I talked to some colleagues, did some more reading, and now I feel a little better that we're probably not. The argument for it was you get a real universe, and then people in there get really smart, and they program computers, and they create worlds. And the people in that world don't know that they're fake. All right, and then they evolve and they develop computers and they create a world and they create a world, and this goes all the way down. And so there's the real world and all the worlds that can create worlds, except the last one, which is still working on it. Eventually they'll get there. All right, throw a dart. Chances are you're going to hit a world that's simulated. That's us. But we don't know how to make an actual simulated world where everybody thinks it's real. So either we're the last of those worlds, still working on it, or we're the first one, which is actually real. I'm good with it. I used to think we were living.
All right, and that's the mind twister for the day. Family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank y'all for taking the time, for coming out here on this Easter day, on this Easter Imani day. This is Brother Hatim. I am out. Thank you for joining us. And guess what? I'm gone. I gotta go. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to say goodbye. I never can say goodbye. Never can. But I'm gonna say goodbye because there's some macaroni and cheese. Some candy yams and a veggie loaf waiting for a brother. After I get done putting up the trampoline, if I'm ever able to finish, because I don't have the mechanical skills. But nevertheless, I'm gonna give it a geometry try. So y'all have a great day. This is Brother Tim, and I'm out.